Hello. In this lesson, we will consider some special uses of the auxiliary verb will. We will learn more auxiliary verbs as we proceed. Sometimes they're called modal auxiliaries. They modify the verb, basically. Look at this diagram. We use the modal auxiliary will in the following situations. Requests. Will you open the door, please? Will you cash this traveler's check for me? We use them for offers. We'll gladly help you with your bags. We will. We'll gladly help you with your bags. I'll leave the light on for your return. And promises. I'll write as soon as I arrive in London. We'll repay this loan as soon as possible. Notice, sometimes parents or superiors make offers for children or others like, Mary will help you with your bags, won't you, Mary? Sometimes will is used to show a clear decision or volition. I have made my final decision. I will go to London next week. Okay? A practice. Let's put some of these uses of will to work. In this practice, I'll give you clues for making requests. I'll say, give me some information. And you use will and make a request like, will you please give me some information? Or will you give me some information, please? Another example, I'll say, open the door for them. And you'll say, will you please open the door for them? Or will you open the door for them, please? Okay, let's try some of these. Give me some information. Will you give me some information, please? Good. Open the door for them. Will you please open the door for them? Great. Sing a song for us. Will you sing a song for us, please? Good. Help me open a bank account. Will you please help me open a bank account? Print this letter for me. Will you print this letter for me, please? Withdraw $500 from my savings account. Will you please withdraw $500 from my savings account? Shut the door after you leave. Will you please shut the door after you leave? Good. Mail this letter for me. Will you mail this letter for me, please? That's great. Now, look at the sentences in this graphic. These sentences demonstrate or show some expressions which are very common with the verb will. In a sense, these sentences show how we predict events in the future. Predict means guess or think about. So the idea of future is very important. All persons, right? It, they, you, he, etc. The year will probably be a happy one. The year will probably be a happy one. She'll probably drive to Boston. Now here's another one, restricted to I and we. I'm sure you will like the job. Or, I'm sure that you will like the job. We're certain that you'll like him. And I expect the company will profit from it. Or we expect that she'll arrive tomorrow. Or we expect she'll arrive tomorrow. Now here's another one, restricted to I and you. I think he'll win the election easily. Do you think he'll win the election easily? Now let's practice a few of these expressions. I'll give you information and expressions to use, and you'll make the sentences. Look at the graphic for the forms. I'm sure that, or I'm certain that, we're sure or we're certain, then I expect or we expect, I think, or we think. Okay? So I'll say, play tennis. What will they do tomorrow? Think. You'll say, I think they'll play tennis tomorrow. Good. Okay? Let's try these. Play tennis. What will they do tomorrow? Think. I think they'll play tennis tomorrow. Or we think they'll play tennis tomorrow. To Boston. Where will they go Monday? Expect. I expect they'll go to Boston on Monday. Perfect. By Tuesday. When will they return? Think. Good. I think they'll return by Tuesday. Go skiing. What will he do? Certain. I'm certain he'll go skiing. Yeah. Or sure. I'm sure he'll go skiing. Take a taxi. What will she do? Sure. I'm sure she'll take a taxi. That's a good job. Now let's write some sentences which contain these expressions and the auxiliary verb will. An exercise. In this exercise, you'll see questions and expression cues. You will write the answer to the questions using the proper cues, just as we did in the last practice. So you will see, what will they do tomorrow? Take a ride? Probably. So you'll write, they'll probably take a ride tomorrow. They will. They'll probably take a ride tomorrow. Another example, you'll see, when will they leave? By 10 a.m., expect. And you'll write, I expect they'll leave by 10 a.m. Not bad, huh? Pause your program, look at the study guide, and continue the exercise. Then return here. Let's review sentences with the auxiliary verb will. You saw information like, what will they do tomorrow? Take a ride? Probably. And you made the sentence. They'll probably take a ride tomorrow. Or they will probably take a ride tomorrow. Good. Next one. I expect they'll leave by 10 a.m. I'm certain they'll stay at the Ritz. They'll probably say nothing. I'm sure they'll write it by Tuesday. And I expect it will take place at the airport. And finally, I think they'll want to return. Very good job.